Euro USD live Tuesday, the 10th of September 2024 market direction with entry, stop loss, and take profit. And remember, guys, on this very live stream, I'm going to be giving away something for free. There's a free giveaway on this very live stream. So thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. You know that every Monday to Friday, I actually jump onto these live streams at exactly 8:30 a.m. my local time, or if you're using the New York time, it is exactly at 1:30 a.m. in the morning. So thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Tuesday morning. It is a very good morning right here in my hometown. So if you are joining me for the very first time, my name is Gani, and on the channel, I basically share everything to do with the financial markets. So definitely, I'm so glad that you're joining me this morning. Now, for me, when it comes to calling these directions of the market, we all know that the Euro USD is the world's most traded pair in the world. So if you are looking for a Forex pair that is stable, this is definitely one of those to be using in your trading because it's a very stable pair. There are less spreads on it, and especially if you're a beginner, this is one of those that would make you profitable in a short time because it is a pair that actually moves steadily. So away from this, I would like to talk to someone out there. Let's talk about no let's talk about this, the no trade days. I mean, if you are a trader out there, especially if you are a day trader, how do you deal with the no trade days? Now here I'm talking to people who have actually already found profitability in the market and they are day traders. I mean, how do you deal with these periods when you do not have trades? You know, you might be able to go through maybe a week, you're not seeing your setup form up, or basically your age is not playing out. Maybe you even go into the second week. Remember, you are a day trader. So what do you end up doing? For so many people, what I've seen they do is actually try and force trades that are actually not there. You know, your setup hasn't fully formed, but you're trying to, have a trade on. But the setup has not yet formed up. So, in my best opinion, the right thing to do is actually for you to find things other than trading that you can do. Try and think of yourself like maybe a hunter. If a hunter is out there trying to hunt, they are not going for everything. What they usually do, they actually set out a trap and they will wait until this animal they are trying to pursue actually comes and falls into this trap. So that's how you should be as a trader. Most of the time, you should be waiting. It is okay to wait, guys. Don't rush it because when you rush, remember you will crash. So always know this as a trader. It will save you a lot. So try and think of yourself always as a hunter for most of the time. I would tell you that 80 to 90% of the time as a trader, especially for profitable traders, they are always waiting. They are not out there looking for every trade that they are able to come across. They're always waiting. They sit and wait for the right opportunity. And then when that right opportunity comes by, they are able to strike. So basically, that's how you are going to be as a trader. And once you incorporate this into your trading, definitely you'll be able to turn profitable in your trading. So basically, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Hope you happened to get some value from this. And if in case you did, please go ahead, hit that follow. You can go ahead, like, subscribe, and also share as well so that you're able to actually get more of this kind of content as well. You can go ahead share this with maybe a colleague or friend that struggles in their trading. So getting back into my kind of strategy that I use to actually call these directions for the day. on the Euro USD Forex pair. So usually what I use is a very simple strategy. It is a strategy that utilizes the previous day's candle. So what I'm basically looking out for is an area of interest from the previous day. So I basically look at that price action, look out for the area of interest, and then I'm always waiting for price to tap back into these areas of interest. And then once it has actually tapped into these areas, I wait for price to reverse in the other direction. So this is how I trade. It is a very simple strategy. And guess what, guys? I'm going to be giving away everything about this particular strategy right here on this very live stream. So if you are out there and you maybe lack a profitable strategy to trade, and then you're not confident about maybe your strategy, this is the strategy that I'm going to be sharing, and you will be able to mirror this same exact strategy to make it your very own. So basically, I'm sure that if you are out there and you lack a strategy, this will be a very big solution to your trading. So basically, this is it. And for me, before I even get or jump onto the charts, usually there is some kind of routine that I go through before I even get onto the charts. And one of those things is actually to check out what the fundamental side is saying about this particular day. So for today, which is the 10th of September 2024, I'll be checking out the website. There are majorly two websites that I like to use when it comes to the fundamental side. Now, do not get me wrong. For me, I'm a purely technical trader. I trade technicals, but the reason I like to actually check out the fundamental side is for me to basically not to be on the opposite side of the fundamentals completely. You do not want this to happen to you, especially if you are trading. You don't want to take trades against what the fundamentals are saying. So for me to do this, there are majorly two websites that I use for this, and website number one is this right here. It is called bloomberg.com. Now this website, it actually shares different articles about the particular pair that you're trading in the market, or the particular financial instrument that you are trying to trade in the market. So you're able to utilize this information and use it in your trading. Now you can see this is the website bloomberg.com. So all you need to do, go to www.bloomberg.com, and then you'll be able to check out this markets tab, then currencies. And then once you are here, this is when you're going to go ahead and you'll be able to check out the related news on this particular on this very you'll be able to check out the related news on this particular pair, which is the Euro USD that I trade. So let me try and check that out right now. So let's come to the related news section right here. So that should be able to open in just a bit, because we want to know exactly what these guys are saying when it comes to the Euro USD. So let me try and check that out. It seems like they've just blocked it out. Okay, so it is fine. That is fine. Let me try and check out this other website now today, which is the 10th of September 2024. I'm basically going to be checking out this other website, which is forexfactory.com. Now on forexfactory.com, they are able to share what the major news for the day is going to be. So today, which is the 10th, we can clearly see there's nothing like a red folder news event, because for me, I actually filtered this particular website to only share or show me the red folder news events, because these are the high impact news events that majorly drive the market. So you need to always know when these types of news events are going to happen, because this is when the market really makes those big moves. So especially if you have a trade on, most of the times you might need to actually manage your trade through these news events as they're dropping. Now, for me, what I like to do is basically, I always move my stop to break even as these news events drop, because most of the times you actually might get if that particular trade happens to go against you. Most of the times, if you have a trade on and it happens to go against you, if you had predetermined to, let's say, that in case this particular trade goes against me, I'm willing to maybe lose 10 pips on this trade, you might actually end up being slipped more than the 10 pips you earlier anticipated. So for you to avoid such scenarios, I highly urge you to actually manage your trade. Maybe move your stop to break even so that this particular trade doesn't go extremely bad for you, because you might end up losing twice than you actually anticipated to lose on that particular trade. So to avoid this, the best thing to do is to manage your trade. Maybe move your stop to break even. This way you will save yourself a lot of headache. I'm telling you guys, you'll be able to save yourself the headache of losing more than you actually anticipated to lose on that particular trade. So this is just my word of advice. It's my word of caution when it comes to trading during news events. I highly, when these news events drop, most of the times, these brokers that we use, they actually tend to slip you more than you actually earlier anticipated to lose on that particular trade. You might find yourself that if you actually earlier, are predetermined to maybe lose 10 pips on that particular trade, if it goes against you, you might end up getting slipped more 10 pips than what you actually earlier anticipated. So for you to avoid such cases, I highly urge you to actually manage your trade through these news events when they drop. Try and maybe move your stop to break even. This way, even when the trade goes against you, you're not going to get that big slippage that you might get if you left your stop loss where you earlier anticipated, to get out of that trade from. So this is just my word of advice to you. You can take it or leave it. I'm just trying to share with you what I do when these news events drop. So basically, this is how I trade, and within no minute, we are going to be getting in onto the chart to basically see what exactly this strategy says. So for today, which is the 10th of September 2024, let me try and share my screen so that you guys can see exactly what I'm seeing on my end. So this is what we have. This is what we have. Let me try and present to you guys what I'll be seeing on my end. Okay, so this is what we have for price action today. This is exactly how it is on the Euro USD. Now, when it comes to the strategy that I trade, it is a strategy that utilizes the previous day's price action. So I like to look out for what I call an area of interest. An area of interest can either be an order block, this can be a fair value gap, or this might be equal highs or equal lows in the market. Now, these enable price to actually tap into these areas. And once price has actually tapped into these areas, price likes to move in the other opposite direction. So I'm someone who utilizes this in my strategy, and I'm able to always catch these very good trades. Now, with this strategy, it is a 50% win rate strategy with a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio. So definitely it is a profitable strategy. I always keep pulling out my kinds of results this particular strategy has given me for the period that I've been trading it of over 1 year. And you guys know that it is a profitable strategy. I end every single month profitable. So if you're out there and you lack a strategy to trade, definitely this is the strategy you're going to go home with. I know you might not just take my word for it, but you also have to go and backtest this strategy, get to see exactly does it really work, because I'm telling you it is a very profitable strategy. So basically, this is what I do on the Euro USD. I look at the previous day's price action and look out for either an order block, a fair value gap, or equal highs or equal lows. This is how I determine my direction for the day on the next day. So what are we looking at here? So when we see here, price already took out the low for the yesterday. So the other thing I would be looking out for is for price to actually come, take out this low for the Asian session today. So I would wait for price to come, take out. Let me try and zoom this in so that I'm exact on this point. Okay, so the thing I'm looking out for is for price to come, take out this low for today, this low for the Asian session. And once price has taken this out, I would expect it to reverse to the other opposite direction. So this is one level I'll be keenly looking at or intently following today as price actually moves. So that level is at 1.10283. So that's one level that I'm going to be following intently today. So then when we look at the high for yesterday, but now price left, I think this is a fair value gap right here. Let me try and zoom this in. Okay, so this is a small fair value gap right there in between these two candles, this candle and this candle. So there's a small fair value gap. So the other level I'm looking out for a reversal is this level right here. But this is obviously a very long shot, because by the time price gets there, probably the day will also be done. Remember, I'm someone who trades the London session, so probably done. So these are two levels I'll be following today to see if price gets to these levels. I'm definitely, striking. I'm someone who always likes to wait. I like to wait for price to come to me. So this other level is this right here at 1.10911. So this level, once price gets to it as well, I'll be looking to take a reversal in the other direction. So these are majorly the two levels that I'm going to be checking out and following today for the day. So basically, this is price action, how it is for today. And once price gets to any of these levels, what I like to do, you can see that this analysis has been done on the 1 hour time frame. So once price gets to any of these levels, I like to drop down to the 5-minute time frame, and this is where I actually take my entries. Now, when it comes to entries, for me, I enter once price forms what I call an inversion fair value gap. This is when price has actually, covered a previously existing fair value gap. If it was a bearish fair value gap, then once a bullish candle covers that fair value gap, then I like to take my entry right there and then. And when it comes to the stop loss, experience has showed me that on the Euro USD, at least price respects 10 pips as a stop loss when it comes to this strategy. So I like to use 10 pips as my stop loss. And when it comes to that take profit, I always use 30 pips in the market. So this is basically how I trade, but I like to also squeeze these 30 pips to give me a 1 to 4 to basically be able to make some extra profits from this market. So basically, this is how I trade. This is what I'll be looking out for today, or this is what I'll be looking at today. So in case you do have some questions, you can go ahead and ask those questions right in the comment section. I'll be gladly answering you back. As you know, I always answer back each and every comment that you guys leave in the comment section. And then also, I urge you and remind you guys to always trade responsibly. Try and manage your risk. Do not over risk on your trade. Don't over leverage. Try and stay within your risk parameters. Don't do anything stupid, guys. So try and manage your risk well. Don't think these markets are going away today. They're not going anywhere. They're always here to stay. So try and manage your risk well. This way, you will always stay profitable in these markets. And then there are also those other minor errors, like maybe instead of tapping on a buy button, you instead tap on the sell button. So try and minimize such errors. Try and pay good attention to detail. This is how you're going to stay profitable in these markets. So in case of any questions, leave them down in the comment section. I'll be gladly answering you back. And so basically, this is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you taking time and joining me on these live streams Monday to Friday. I wish you a very good trading day. Catch you tomorrow, same time, right here on the channel. Thank you. Have a great trading day.